It's just part of your charisma. It's kind of an expression. It's a way you want to express yourself through art. It's an artistic expression, especially if you give it a meaning. I got my first one when I was 16. It was this owl and blue rose right here. It's the wisdom of mankind. So the owl is us behind the view of the blue rose, which is kind of darkness, and us just living with, everything that we can't control around us and just living our own true way. I'm taking my time on my tattoos, because I did rush into it rather quick, I feel, and I have a lot of time to process what I want to do, because I want to do a lot. I want to get a lot more done. When I first moved here 7 years ago, I was completely shocked, because I was like 13, 14. A lot of kids my age had tattoos. I came from Chicago, and in Chicago, you aren't allowed to get a tattoo till you're 18, and if you're under 18 and you have a tattoo, lots of times that means you're gang affiliated. It's a very different culture. The culture here is completely immersed in.
Richmond's got one of the deepest, thickest tattoo scenes in the world. Back in 1988, they had this tattoo club that actually met here in Richmond, and all the best of the best throughout the world came here specifically to meet, and they did tattoos on people around here. People saw those tattoos, and when they saw those tattoos, they wanted to get more tattoos, so they went to local tattoo shops. So we've got a really thick tattoo scene here. Tattoo Club ended in 1993, and then in 1993, this guy named Billy Eason started a tattoo convention, and that was thrown at the Koger Center. Now it's in its 27th year. The Richmond art scene is awesome, and that's one of the reasons it's been difficult for me to leave. And the only way that I would move anywhere else is if it had an art scene as thick as this. And there's very few places that do. I mean, we've got a great restaurant scene, we've got a great mural scene, we've got a great tattoo scene.
Being a smaller city where it's more compact, I think you notice tattoos, because I think it's, the popularity is based on population, obviously per capita. So, Richmond being smaller and more compact like that, it just seems like everyone has a tattoo. A lot of it has to do with VCU being such a large art school, so you get that more eclectic feel, that more individual feel, just from kids coming here that that are already artistically expressive and creative and stuff like that.
The way it worked for me is I saw it amongst other people when I moved here, and I fell in love with that idea of having a tattoo. So in that regard, yeah, it did influence me to get tattoos. But I chose it because I loved it and I wanted some to represent me.
There's a bunch of different angles on why people get tattooed. They get tattooed for a purpose, and they get tattooed for a memory and stuff like that. But then you've also got your people who get tattooed kind of like to collect art.
People get tattoos for different reasons, at different times in their lives, to kind of demarcate different spaces and different ways that they have wanted to decorate their bodies. There's a wide variety of points of time. It's a very personal decision. It's not something that is determined necessarily by outside structures. I really think that it has much more to do with the body as art and the body as decoration, and thinking about the body as a canvas.
So how you feeling, man?
A little bit nervous, but I'm ready to
What are we
do
getting
this.
done today?
I'm gonna get my arm finished up. I can't really take my coat off, but I'm gonna get everything that I haven't gotten colored in yet, including this clock and the snake and anything else he's willing to do for today. I don't know what he's willing to do, but that's always part of the fun. Yeah. Nervous because it's gonna hurt. It hurts.
It's about to hurt.
Oh, it hurts. Like, I don't know. People say that it doesn't hurt, but this hurts. It hurts. It hurts a lot to me, especially when it gets like up here. The elbow is gonna hurt. Like, here's gonna hurt a lot, and of course on the bone always hurts.
here, bro.
We're here.
So,
We're gonna go. Scared as shit. We're gonna rock and roll. Let's go.
good luck, bro.
I do mainly traditional, American traditional style tattooing. That's my favorite style of tattooing. So anytime that I'm given the artistic freedom to, someone comes to me and asks me to draw their idea how I would draw it, I'll usually push it in that direction. So I feel like you're going to get the strongest tattoo from me that way.
People from Richmond and VCU that have a lot of really artsy tattoos, and it kind of gets you like more accustomed to it, and then you want some, and it's cool because then you actually like want more once you get one.
It's inside my goal. Thank you, man. Oh man, he did a lot. He colored in the snake. He changed the head, scaled it, made it. You can't really see it because it's green and purple. He colored in the watch, made it gold. He did a lot of good shading there. He also reshaded the base blue, and retouched up my heart down here, and a couple other things. But I'm gonna hit him up soon, and I'm gonna get this top done. And then it'll be about close to complete this here sleeve of mine. Whoop.
I think the perception of tattooed people has shifted substantially. I think one of the main reasons is because it's kind of found its way into the more pop culture. I also think the people who are collecting the tattoos aren't like the criminals and the bikers and stuff that used to be associated with tattooing.
I think we tend to say this with a lot of things, but like cell phones and stuff like that, like everything is so accessible now, and tattoos are no different. I mean, you open up your Instagram and you're probably going to have a sponsored ad for tattoos or something like that. You turn the television on at night, and there's probably 2 or 3 networks that have different shows about tattoos on.
We do more work at home, and we do more home at work, right? So some people are bringing their children to work, people are bringing their personal identities into work as well. And if that personal identity includes tattooing, then I think that there's going to be space created at work for that.
Nowadays in this culture, it's become accepted to the point that not everyone who has tattoos is somebody that's a bad person.
When I started tattooing in Richmond back in '99, there was no regulations whatsoever. And throughout the course of the past 20-ish years, they've started implementing a lot more rules. I'm actually on the board for the DP. I'm not on the board, but I'm one of the people that's helping shift the rules into a safer way for the public here in Richmond, and also for the artists as well.
We're very heavily regulated, and and it's a professional industry with standards, and so that also, it's safe. It's way safer now than it ever was before. So that, I think that will ultimately just increase the popularity in it. That you don't have to think twice about it.
Tattoos are like fashion. The trend will shift, and eventually that trend, tattoos will be around for a while, but the style of tattoos are going to shift.
Oh man, a couple hours later and a lot of ink and a little bit of pain, and the game is good,